From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update.
From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander with your Daybreak Drive-In for Wednesday, December 21st. Local leaders urge weather preps. Ukraine's president heads to Washington, and Argentina celebrates too hard. Next. Local leaders are starting to urge everyone to brace for the weather headed our way. Forecasters expect rain, ice, and snow, then dangerously cold temperatures that last through the weekend. The mayor, the head of DPW, and others involved in the planning in Indianapolis will speak at 5 tonight. Authorities say they'll release new information this morning about the mass shooting this summer at Greenwood Park Mall. The gunfire killed 3 victims and wounded 2 more. The FBI and Greenwood Police plan to speak at 11. You can watch it live on News 8. The president of Ukraine is headed to Washington for a visit with President Biden at the White House, then to speak in a joint session of Congress at the Capitol. It's Volodymyr Zelensky's first trip outside Ukraine since the start of the war, and it's aimed at bolstering support from America. A year-long spending bill could pass the Senate today. It's a $1.7 trillion deal that includes new defense spending, disaster aid, and help for Ukraine and NATO allies. It would also reshape the Electoral Count Act to avoid a repeat of the events that led to the Capitol riots. Tough task for the Pacers tonight. They take on one of the top teams in the East. Boston hosts Indiana as Indiana tries to climb back to 500 on the season. The Celtics lead the league in wins. Argentina's World Cup celebration proved too intense for the initial plans. Authorities say the millions of people who turned out to see the players so snarled traffic that the bus could not move. Instead, the players boarded helicopters for an aerial parade. Mostly cloudy with a high of 42 degrees, still on track for a snowy deep freeze for Christmas weekend. From Wish TV, I'm Scott Sander. Be sure to like and subscribe for your daily news updates from Wish TV on the All Indiana Podcast Network.
This is the Daybreak Drive-In Podcast with Wish TV's Scott Sander. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.